Hello, Marcus Lim here with Night Terror's Nocturnal Creatures. And this is the fourth volume of the Night Terror series, which we had the main one here. We had Dark Nightmares. And then we also had Nightmare League. And this is Nocturnal Creatures. I actually thought that we were gonna get the, what's it called? Terror Titans first. But turns out that this is first. So I think that one will actually come after this one. And this one, it's got the characters of, I think it says here, Harley Quinn, right? Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Joker, Punchline, and Zatanna. So these 5 characters. Nocturnal Creatures. Each one has 2 issues each, so that's, 10? So just like the previous volumes, there's 10 altogether collected in this volume. Now back to the cover. This looks like the Poison Ivy one, I think. The one about Poison Ivy's Nightmare. It looks very suburban bliss. Which, it does say Suburban Nightmare. So that's the Harley Quinn one. Trapped in a Suburban Nightmare. Let's take the jacket off first. Okay, and again, it's the same image, right? As in the previous ones, just different color. Okay, so Night Terrors, Nocturnal Creatures. And we begin with Harley Quinn, and then Poison Ivy, Joker, Zatanna, and Punchline. And then there's also, I think, a side story from the Harley Quinn one as well. Okay, so this is Harley Quinn. Okay, so Harley Quinn, Night Terrors. I guess, what is Harley Quinn's Nightmare? Right? Harley Quinn's Nightmare. And it looks like it's a multiversal adventure as well. Right? Harley Quinn's Nightmare. So, yeah, pretty wacky, as you'd expect from, the twisted mind of Harley Quinn. I guess her nightmare is really, that she actually becomes the hero who saves the day. Yeah, how about that? And it's got like some really 80s, old looking artwork from the past. Anyway, that's Harley Quinn, and then we get to the the Poison Ivy one. Poison Ivy one, this one is the one that I was saying, the cover, right? Yeah, so Nocturnal Creatures cover. So this Poison Ivy one with Harley in her nightmare. And you can see that there's also like this funny looking Batman. And there is sort of like trapped in a suburban, as I mentioned before, suburban nightmare. Like suburban bliss, which is absolutely not Poison Ivy's idea of a good time, right? No one is allowed to be sad. Yeah, pretty freaky actually. Her nightmare. And then we get to Joker, right? So Joker's one, I think, is quite fun. Because what happens if Batman dies in such an absurd way? Well, that's actually Joker's nightmare. Because with Batman gone, it pretty much means that Joker has lost his purpose. And so he's relegated to, this normal desk job, office worker, right? Imagine Joker as an office worker. Alright, so there's definitely some dark humor right there, a wicked sense of humor right there. But then, you know, Batman Returns in some way, right? There is a rather smart, you know, role reversal where we see, you know, Batman in this Killing Joke style outfit, right? So there's a role reversal there. But I think it's a fun one, this one. Delves into the psyche of the Joker. And then we got Zatanna one, which you can tell from the cover, teaming up with Robot Man from the Doom Patrol. And the interesting thing about the Zatanna one is that it's different from the other ones because she's actually not trapped in the nightmare, she's actually awake. So yeah, she's actually out in the real world trying to figure out what's happening, and I guess trying to help save the day as well. So, you know, that's quite fun. It's always fun to see her teaming up with like a character from the Doom Patrol, right? Robot Man in this case. So yeah, nice team up. And then this maybe it's just, yeah, I think it's the final one now. Punchline, a rather new character introduced in the Batman series, and this one is kind of feels like a meta commentary on the toxic nature of the internet. Look at that, right? Twitter and the trolls on the internet and how she deals with it. That's her nightmare, I guess. And oh yeah, so this is just a very short one here. I think something about Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn by Leah Williams. Yeah. So just some side story. And then finally variant cover gallery with Harley Quinn #1 variants and #2 variants, and then the Poison Ivy #1 variant, right? Suburban Bliss #2 variant, and then we got the Joker #1 variant, #1, #2 variants, and then Zatanna #1 variant, and then #1 variant, #2 variant. Finally, we have Punchline #1 variant and the #2 variant, and I think that's it. So that's the collection. Nocturnal Creatures, the 4th in the Night Terrors series, and I may be wrong again, but I think the next one, Terror Titans, or is it Night Titans? Terror Titans, I think, will be the final volume, right? So this is Night Terror Nocturnal Creatures, the 4th one so far. So hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.